So before I had children, I have one, but before I had kids, God, why do I keep saying that? Before I had my kid, I had this dream, this vision that I would still be able to travel at the same speed as I did. Like, that wouldn't change, it would just be more complicated, but I would still be able to go on at least one international trip a year, which I've been doing for many years now. Oh my God, sorry, it's really hot in here and there's no air conditioning. Anyways, so I quickly came to the realization that once I went to Ohio and Texas, that was not going to happen. And it's just simply because travel with kids is just a lot more tedious. Traveling in general is tedious. And I think even before I had my daughter, that I think I got to a point where I was like, I don't really think I need to be in an airport as often as I do. Like, there's nothing enjoyable about delays and stops in other cities, 3-hour layovers. Like, I don't enjoy that. No one does. But I don't know, like, as I got older, I just didn't necessarily, I don't feel that same energy, that same like happy-go-lucky attitude with anything that comes my way in regards to like the uncertainties of traveling. Like, I wouldn't mind staying in an airport all night long to get the earliest flight, which I have done before, but that is absolutely now out of the question because I'm not subjecting my daughter to this. And I just felt like I wanted to just touch on two things because I think I was like disillusioned because I saw a lot. I have acquaintances who travel a lot with their kids, and which is fine. I think that's awesome. And then they're like, I think, and it's really stupid to compare lives. However, you see a lot on Instagram and YouTube where like families take sabbaticals, like year-long sabbaticals, and they just travel for their kid from country to country and country to country. And I do think that is amazing, but I think in my opinion, I think that would not work for our family. And my husband and I both love to travel, but I think we pumped the brakes on that because I remember when we flew visiting family in Ohio, I remember looking at my daughter once we finally got to Ohio, actually even before that, when we were in the airport, and she just looked so overwhelmed and confused, and I just felt like this sting of guilt, like, oh my God, like we're putting her through this. So her morning routine was thrown off, obviously, because we're in airports. It was really stressful going through the TSA line. It's already annoying to begin with, but we were in that weird interim where she was hungry and we're in this long ass line, and I couldn't give her any fluids because they throw your fluids out. So I couldn't make any formula for her. So I just had to like hold her as she like went ballistic. And of course, in all of that, you have to like take your own shoes off and take your coat off, and it's just really a pain in the ass. And then we had to go through all of that just so I can like feed her. And I just felt like a sense of guilt doing that. Like, I know that like if you have to travel with your kids, and that's if you have to do that, that's fine. But I just felt like for leisure travel, I don't know, I just don't feel like she's in necessarily a space right now where that's okay. Like, some children adapt beautifully, and they can be in 6 other time zones and do fine, and I think she would do fine. But I don't know, I don't want to do that. Like, and she is high octane, and that's the thing. Like, she's a very active child, so sitting her on my lap for like 6 hours is a no-go. Like, she will maybe at most sit on the lap for 30 minutes, and then she's going to want to run around the airplane, and it's going to annoy me. Well, not that she's running, but I know it's going to annoy passengers, because I used to be that passenger where I would get annoyed with children. I never yelled at them, but just like if they were screaming and running around and just being kids on a plane, I would get kind of annoyed. So yeah, so there's that issue. I don't think, and I just don't really want to be on a plane with my kid for 8 hours when she's like that. It's not anything that she has done. She's being a baby. But the idea, just like me thinking about like the headache of getting to the airport, the TSA lines, the like layovers, the delays, like all of that is just like, I don't want to do that. So yeah, I just had this weird vision that like we were going to be on a plane all the time and it was going to be awesome, and she was going to be like, you know, completely like compliant sitting in her seat, and that's not going to happen, and that's okay. Like I don't feel like I don't know, like maybe it's a part of me that I'm like, I really don't want to do this myself, so therefore I'm okay with not taking as many trips. The destination's always awesome, but you just lose so much time with traveling, and I don't feel like running to a terminal where I'm about to miss my flight with my child in my arms. That just seems really stressful. So yeah, I've readjusted my thought process, and I'm okay with that. There are plenty of places that I would like love to travel with, that I still have on my bucket list and I still want to travel, but I just don't feel like that same fervor of like getting on a plane and like spending, you know, 6, 7, 8 hours in a seat. It's easy to do when it's just you, but like you have to entertain a little person, you have to feed them, and you know, just a lot of things can happen on a flight. They don't understand, so they're gonna just turn up, and there's nothing you can do about it. Luckily for me, she actually, both times that we went to Ohio and Texas, she slept maybe like half the flight, and then she woke up and ate and stuff. But I just don't want to risk. I know that I feel like she would have her limit as how much time she would spend on a plane. I'm not ready to test that theory out yet. Like I feel like we need to maybe take another, I don't know, a longer trip. Well, I don't know. From here to Ohio, it's pretty far. I don't know. I'm not ready to test the waters. Maybe we'll go 1 year to Hawaii and see how she does. But I think we're gonna have to wait till she's older. But yeah, I never thought that I would be in this place where I would be like, I'm okay with sitting down and not traveling for like a couple of years. I don't know. I thought that like a part of me was always gonna like really miss it, like be like longing for trips, but not like, I don't know. So things happen after you have a baby, things shift, and I'm kind of like, it's okay. Like, I don't need that. I don't need to do that every year. So, yeah. That's my thoughts on travel after baby. There's just, oh my God. And then there's just like, you have to pack up their stuff. Like, I already hate packing. Like, when I flew to Europe, I took a backpack and I managed to stuff a week's worth of clothes and shoes in that backpack. It smelled terrible when I flew back to the States, but that's how much I hate packing. Like I just put everything. So you have to do that. You have to pack their stuff. You have to pack their formula. You have to pack their toys. You have to make sure that you have the formula and toys in the carry-on. It's just like, oh my God, it's like so much. So I'm not really a fan of travel with kids. My in-laws did say that once my baby gets older, they would take her and we can go, me and my husband can go on vacation. So I just might take them up on that, because that would just make things so much easier. All right, I'm done rambling. Thank you for listening to these random thoughts of the day.